Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rashida Moray and welcome to episode 1 of Business Gossip. So here I spill the tea on everything business, and I teach you business strategies and principles, the same ones that I use to scale both of my product-based businesses to multiple 6 figures, okay? So if you are new here, I need you to go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be dropping new episodes every Wednesday at 3 p.m. I know I'm a little late today. Things happen, okay? But I guarantee you will have a new episode every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Episode 1, today's topic, we're going to talk about the basics. We're going to talk about forming your business LLC and what is a DBA. So I know on TikTok, I did say I was going to talk about brand messaging, but I feel like this needs to go in order a little bit. So we're going to take it step by step. So episode number 1 is going to be going to the basics. Now, I'm going to let y'all know right now, I'm going to be talking to y'all as if we're girlfriends, okay? We know each other. We've been cool for a very long time. So I feel like I don't need to be too structured and too professional. Okay, I got my blanket, I'm cold, and we're gonna have girl talk. This is girl talk. We gossiping, but about business. That's what this is. All right, so let's get into it. First things first. I want y'all to know when you start a business, okay, it's not gonna happen overnight. This stuff is not easy. All right, it's not, and being an entrepreneur is not for everybody, and that's okay. It's okay. Some people are meant to work a 9 to 5. And if that's for you, it's okay. A lot of people try to start businesses and want to do it because they see the success of somebody else on social media, but they don't know what goes behind it. They don't see the behind the scenes of what it is that they have to go through or the trenches with that business. I call it the business trenches, especially when you're starting off. You're going to start off slow. It's going to always be slow unless you go viral. And that's another thing that people misconstrue is that I just need a viral video. That's fine. You have a viral video. But if you're a small business and you're starting off and it's just you, baby, you need that manpower to be able to pack and ship those orders. So when you pray for someone, you ask God to bless your business and give you overflow, you better be ready to receive the overflow. I did that, y'all. I'm telling you. And I was in such a small showroom and I prayed and I begged God for overflow in my business, and baby, it was overflowing to the point that I was stressed out and crying like, Lord, please make it slow down. This is the honest God truth. I have a video on my TikTok, but I have nothing but boxes, orders everywhere. Like I had to shut down my showroom because I was just too overwhelmed. No, and I wasn't ready to hire people. Every time somebody get an influx of orders, they feel the need to hurry up and hire. Yes, you want to hire a team. Yes, that's true. You have to hire a team, but you need to be able to figure it out first. Because if you don't have a plan in place, or if you don't have a system in place for your products or services, for returns, if anything happens, you need to be able to run the business from top to bottom and be able to train somebody else properly so that they can be able to run your business. So if you follow me on TikTok, you know I advocate for business protection and structuring. So before you get into purchasing inventory, before you get into hiring people, make sure you got your ducks in a row. Make sure you have that foundation, that slab that you're going to build this house on, you're going to build this empire on. That slab need to be solid. It needs to be in place with no cracks, crevices, anything. So with that being said, when y'all form these LLCs, please understand exactly what an LLC does, how it protects you, and also what benefits it can provide for your business. Now, the biggest misconception of forming an LLC is that it protects you if a creditor sues you and then you can't be held liable. That's not exactly true. So I'm going to teach you how you need to protect yourself and how you need to properly form your LLC so that, God forbid, if anything happens, y'all know 85% of businesses fail within the first 5 years. I've been lucky and grateful and blessed to be able to make it to what is year 7 for me. I'm honored and blessed to make it this far and even be able to start a whole new brand, another brand, and almost at 6 figures already. And I launched in March. So your girl know what she's doing. Okay, so when you start your LLC, right? I see this a lot on TikTok. And I know I mentioned this before, but I'm just going to reiterate about it. Okay, so when you form an LLC, a lot of y'all have y'all LLCs as your display name or your TikTok name. This is a privacy issue when y'all do that. So this is what you need to do when you form your LLC. I want you to think of a business name. And this business name does not need to have any type of meaning to it. It can just be something that you thought of. So in my course, in my academy, I use Jackson. I don't know who Jackson is. Jackson, the name Jackson has no significance to me. So I don't know what Jackson is. So if you try to look it up, I don't know who that is. But so I use the name Jackson. So when you form your LLC, I want you to use terminology such as, essentials, group, enterprise, or consulting. Don't think too hard about what you want your business name to be, because the business name is not going to mean anything to your customers or your audience. They shouldn't even know your business name. They shouldn't be able to look you up. They only need to know you by your brand name, which is your DBA. We'll get into that in a second. So we're going to stick with Jackson. So the business name is going to be Jackson Essentials LLC. So I'm located in Georgia. So I'm gonna go to the Secretary of State. I'm gonna first look up this name to see if it's available. The name is available. I'm gonna go ahead and use it as my business name. So when I go to the Secretary of State, I'm gonna make myself the member manager or organizer. A lot of states do have it to where these terminologies are a little bit different, but they all mean the same thing. So as a business owner in an LLC, you are a member manager, because you are a member of the LLC, because LLCs can have multiple members. So you're a member, but you also manage it. So you're a member manager. Or I might say an organizer. You're organizing the LLC. You are the owner. It's the same thing. That means owner. So you go ahead and register yourself as an organizer or member manager of an LLC if it's a single member LLC, right? And then I know some states, such as Texas, they do require you to hire an outside company to be a registered agent. A registered agent is just simply someone who can accept correspondence on your business behalf in the event of they're not able to get in contact with you. So for me, I use my husband as my registered agent. You can use a close family member as a registered agent if your state allows it. Okay. And also, when you're forming these LLCs, I need you to separate this from your personal. You need a separate business phone number. You need a separate business address. You need a separate business email, and it needs to be a professional email. Stop using Gmails as a business email. It's not professional, and it does not look good. It makes you look like a joke. We cool. We talking. It makes you like a joke. Stop it. Okay. You can go to Google Workspace and get a professional email or use email forwarding. And if you have a Shopify store, they have that in the back office to where you can use email forwarding or just go ahead and purchase a professional email domain. It needs to be support@whateveryourbusinessis.com. And if you are communicating personally, you need to have a separate professional email. So like for mine, my professional email is rward@moray.com. That's for me. That's if I'm doing or speaking to my manufacturers through my email, I use that. But then my customers, for anything customer support, they will email support@moray.com. So you need to make sure you have separate emails. Phone numbers, I highly suggest just downloading an app, or if you have business credit already, go to Verizon and use OneTalk, or you just get a separate business phone. And if you cannot afford a separate business phone, download an app called, I believe it's Second Line, or something like that. I'll leave it in the link. I'll leave it in the description down below. Although you're a small business, look big to other people. Look big, feel big, think big. Think big. But it's so true. You have to look the part. You want creditors to extend you large amount of credit. You have to look the part. Be the part. Look as if you are a corporation. Stop looking so small. Stop thinking so small. And stop trying to do the bare minimum. Go a little bit above and beyond, because that little bit more that you do will take you so much further. I promise you. I'm getting off topic a little bit. So once you file for your LLC, you have to wait. It takes about a week for it to get approved, but you can expedite your process if you choose to. Me, I don't mind waiting the 7 days, but there was a time where I did wanted to expedite it. Now I'm going to give y'all this quick tea real quick. So if you already have an LLC and you have established the point to where you have gotten assets in your business, I highly suggest you create an LLC in Delaware and Wyoming. And is it Wyoming? Yes, it's Wyoming. Because going back, if a creditor ever tries to sue you, there's something that's called pierce the veil, where a judge can order that separation between you and your business to be voided, meaning they can come after you personally and they can seize your assets to offset the debt that you owe. So when you form an LLC in Wyoming, it adds an extra layer of protection so that no matter what happens, your assets, your personal assets, is always protected. But I highly suggest you never put your assets in your operating LLC anyway. And what an operating LLC is the LLC that goes out and apply for credit. So if you go out and apply for a vehicle, you go out and apply for credit cards, loans, line of credit, whatever it is, any assets obtained through those loans, like a car, you need to have a licensing agreement and or an LLC to hold that vehicle in your LLC. If you need more hands-on and more clarity, join the academy, y'all. The link is going to be in the description. Delaware makes it hard for people to find you. They don't attach you to your LLC. Like if they type in your name, they can't find you in Delaware. They would have to go get a court order to be able to see who the owner is of the LLC. Wyoming is an extra layer of protection from Delaware. So Delaware gives you protection, but Wyoming is the ironclad protection that you'll need. Delaware, I do believe, is $50 and it's $300 to renew for your LLC in Delaware. So once you get your LLC, you do not have to apply for your DBA if you do not want to. You can just get your DBA trademarked. You can get the logo trademarked, the name of your business or the name of the brand trademark. And I highly suggest you don't even attach your DBA to your LLC anyway. So when you go out and apply for credit and on the applications, they ask for the business name and the DBA. Don't even put your DBA on the application. Leave that off. I see a lot of people do that. Don't put your DBA on the application. Let it be its own entity. So now for those who wish to go and file their DBA, this is completely up to you if you choose to file your DBA with your state. Understand that it's not called DBA everywhere. Sometimes they call it trade name. Sometimes they call it fictitious name, but it all means the same thing. You're doing business as another entity. DBA means doing business as. Your trade name means you're doing business as another company. So it all means the same thing. They just call it different things in different states. If you want to trademark your brand, I'll leave it right here. You can go to this website or it'll be in the description to go ahead and get a trademark. I highly suggest you get a lawyer, but trademarking is actually very, very easy, and it's not it's not expensive. What makes it expensive is, because I hear this all the time when I tell people to just trademark things. Oh, it costs too much. No, it costs too much because you went and elected all of this stuff and claimed you did hats, you did shoes, you did book bags, you did t-shirts. Yes, that stuff adds up. But if you only trademark for a specific an object or whatever it's called, it won't cost that much. Like me with 1122, I only trademark 1122 for shoes. That's the only thing that I have that has anything to do with 1122. I'm not going to trademark it for t-shirts too. So make sure you trademark it for whatever it is that you're actually doing. It gets expensive when you start adding different categories. That's what it's called. When you start adding different categories to it. But it's extremely easy. Just make sure you pay attention to the categories you're using, because the terminology can be a little tricky, but I know it does cost when you get a lawyer. So I think the lawyer fees run between $1,000 to $2,000 when you want to have them trademark things for you. And I also think it depends on how many categories you are trademarking your brand for. So just keep that in mind. After you file your LLC, make sure your business credibility is where it needs to be. And when I say business credibility, I mean people should be able to, or the creditors should be able to look you up. Not necessarily your customers or your audience or what have you, but the creditors need to be able to find you because they are going to look you up. Creditors now start to do background, not necessarily background checks, but they do their homework on people that are applying for business credit, because business credit has now become this popular thing and this fad for whatever reason. So they want to make sure that your business is legit. So some of the things that you do need to have is, like I said, you need to have your business phone number, a separate phone number from your personal phone number. You need to have a professional email address. You need to have a separate business address. And also, I would highly suggest you list yourself in 411 listing. List your business on Google. Have a Google business. And I know what you're probably thinking, but Rashida, they're not supposed to be able to find you. Your customers are not supposed to be able to find you. They're not going to find you because they don't know what your business name is. They know what your brand name is, but they don't know what your business name is. And this is another reason why I say don't tie your brand name into your business name. Because if you start applying for business credit under your business or on the application with your business name, you're going to start popping up on Google under your brand name, and then your LLC or the name of your business is going to show on Google as well. So a lot of these things automatically form as you do business, but it's important that you, number one, make sure all of the business information is correct. And number two, make sure that your brand name is never attached. Building business credit can actually be extremely easy if everything that comes before building the credit is done correctly. A lot of people get denied, and I have so many people in my inbox. I'm like, I can't get approved for such and such. It's probably because the things that you need to have in place are not done correctly, or they're not, everything is not matching on the bureaus, and that can also harm you as well. You want to make sure everything between Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, and Experian, and Credit Safe, or whatever the other bureau is, everything needs to match. Everything needs to be cohesive amongst all business bureaus, all of them. See, here's the thing about business credit that people don't understand. As an LLC, you're still attached to your business, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that is when you go to file your tax return, you're filing only one tax return, right? But you're just attaching a Schedule C. Now, if you want to build some real business credit and you want to do it the big dog way, you would file your business as an S Corp. Hear me out, because I know somebody's going to be in the comments, well, you shouldn't file an S Corp if you're not making a lot of money. Yeah, I know. I get it. I know. Okay. I'm telling you to file an S Corp because when you file your taxes, what do you do when you file your taxes for an S Corp? You're filing two separate tax returns, meaning this is you and this is your business. Y'all are separate. You are not attached whatsoever. However, you can still build business credit as an LLC and with the default tax selection, but make sure your ducks are in a row when it comes to protecting yourself. I just want y'all to protect yourself, because when people start getting business credit and they see how easy it is to start getting business credit once things are structured properly, y'all get excited. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. I had this girl. She was able to get a $15,000 business credit card, right? Sis went and bought Louis Vuitton. I mean, went shopping, had a ball, did not pay the money back. And it ended up being on her personal credit report. I used to repair credit back in the day, and she was like, can you help me get this off my No, baby. I'm sorry. Like, why would you misuse this? Why would you misuse your business credit? No, it's for your business, not your personal use. I cannot help you. I'm sorry. Which is one of the reasons why I actually stopped building people business credit for them. Like, I used to build it for them, say, okay, nah, because I just felt like all of my time going to waste. It's not even really about the money for me. It's just the fact of, I did all of this for you to do that? No, I can't do it. So I stopped building business credit for people and just showed them the way. Because it's not hard. I promise y'all, building business credit is not hard. It has to be, the structure part is just what y'all missing. And y'all are misunderstanding. And y'all see these people on TikTok and social media with, oh, I got this car in my business name. Yeah, that's all well and dandy. But 9 times out of 10, you probably use yourself as a co-signer. Or, God forbid, if something happens, it's going to get repossessed and you're going to be responsible for it. Getting the stuff is easy. Separating yourself and protecting yourself is what y'all are missing. And being that y'all are not doing that first and getting the structuring part solidified, solid, is why y'all are not able to build the business credit. Like, the fact that I get so many DMs because people can't get approved for net 30 accounts just further lets me know that your business is, the structure is jacked up, and it's just minor tweaks that need to be made, but they're so important. Those tweaks are, although they're so small, it makes a big difference. It makes a major difference. I have 7 LLCs, 7 of them, and they all serve different purposes. I've now added 2 more for my daughters, but for me personally, and the assets that I've obtained through my businesses, I have 7 LLCs. And guess what? I'm only attached to 2 of them. The other 5, I have no attachments to. My trust owns those LLCs. And we're going to talk about that later. So the goal is, the end game is to have everything, but to own nothing. Have everything and own nothing. You should never, as a business owner, entrepreneur, whatever, you should never want to have anything in your name. That's the most dangerous thing. And I'm not being dramatic. That is the most dangerous thing you could ever do as a business owner who is looking to scale and who is looking to accumulate major assets. Have everything and own nothing. You should not even own, I know I'm getting off topic, but we talking. You should never own, not even your life insurance. Your trust should own your life insurance policies. Have your trust own everything. When you go and you purchase that vehicle in your business name, or you purchase it in your personal name, I don't care. That title needs to be transferred immediately. But you never write checks. You never do withdrawals or any of that through a trust, because then you make your trust vulnerable, and you always get an irrevocable trust. In some instances, depending on, like, with some lenders, if you try to, if you try to apply for any loans and you have an irrevocable trust, they won't even give it to you. But there's ways around that. I'm not going to get in that today. We'll talk about that in the academy. But yes, don't have your name attached to anything. We're building empires around here. Today is getting crazy, and we are trying to protect our kids. We don't know what's going to happen in a couple of years, because the way things are going right now is absolutely nuts. So I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure my babies are good. We're making sure they're good. Okay. If you don't have one now, I'm going to need for you to go ahead and get a financial advisor. I don't care how much money you make. You don't need a lot of money to have a financial advisor. Let somebody help you with what you're doing. They can't make you rich, but they can help you better manage your money. I'm horrible with money management. That's why I don't do it. I have the moment I opened my business, the moment I started my business is the moment I went out and got me a financial advisor, because I did not want to mess up like I've done before. I had it all and I lost it. Learning along the way, listening to my dad, God bless, rest his soul, listening to my daddy, I have learned my way. I will never go back to being 19, pregnant, and homeless, sleeping in my car ever again. And they say never. I'm never going back. Never. I know too much. I have too much up here to go back there. If at any point I get stuck in a situation, God forbid anything happens to any of my business, baby, I can use this and sell what I know. Because the things that I have learned, I have gone through, and the knowledge that I have accumulated over my 34 years of living, somebody want to know it and they'll pay me for it. I guarantee you. One of my mentors, I just actually decided for him to mentor me. He's really big in the trust space and asset protection space, because I'm never too good enough to be to not be open to learning new things. And so we got to talking, and I guess he basically wanted to fish some things out of me to see what it is that I knew. And when I told him how my business and how everything I have structured, how it's all done, he was like, so what do you need me for? Y'all don't understand how good that made me feel. I don't think y'all do not understand how good that made me feel. He was like, what do you need me for? Because you might say one thing to me that I don't know that's going to probably change my life. And guess what he did? He did. He said, you have everything you need. I would just do this. It was so small, but it made a big ass difference. And that's what, listen, my husband, he sees me late at night on the computer. I'll be up to like 1 or 2, 3 o'clock in the morning on the computer with my headphones on in bed. Like, what are you doing? Taking a course? I don't give a damn how much I know. I'm going to always invest in the course every time. And these courses be like $2,000-$3,000. I'm going to invest in the course. I'm going to invest in the course every single time, because I can never know too much. You can never learn too much. Never. If you have an opportunity to learn something from somebody, and stop looking for people to give y'all free information. I give free information because nobody gave it to me. But you have to learn how to invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Buy courses. Ask for help. Everything is not free. Everybody is not going to be as willing as I am to just give them information. I do it because I enjoy doing it. I love giving people information. Now, don't get me wrong. There was a time in my life to where, not long ago, maybe like a year ago, where I was like, you know what? I don't want to teach people nothing, because I feel like people waste my time. Just being honest, I feel like my time is always being wasted. Every time I have meetings or somebody want to work with me to do something, they never show up. I teach them something, it's never being done. Okay, so how far have you gotten? Oh, well, I haven't been able to do this yet. So, you know, so and I thought I wanted to do mentorships, but I don't. I really just want to genuinely help people. As far as the business credit goes, yes, I have a course for that. Take the course, get an academy. We can help you build your business credit, sis. But mentoring, this is the mentoring right here. Right here. So y'all tune in every Wednesday. This is the mentoring. This is, I cannot. But I genuinely love to see people win and go off to do amazing things from what I've taught them. That's how I get my satisfaction, and that's how I get my wins, to see somebody else win, because I played a part in their winning. So that's all I need. And if everybody thought like that, the world would be a much better place. But everything ain't for free. Everything is not for free. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap up episode 1. I feel like this was a really good episode. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all enjoyed this, okay? And on Fridays, we're going to do Free Game Fridays, where I'm going to bring somebody up on the panel so we can talk about your business and see what you got going on. I want to hear your story, and I want to see where you stuck at in business, because it's okay to get stuck. Baby, I get stuck all the time. And when I get silent and I get lost in social media, well, when it seems like I'm lost and I haven't been posting, it's because I'm silent. I'm being quiet and I'm listening to God telling me what my next move is. Because you will get lost in the sauce. You're going to go through that. Everything is not going to always be copacetic in business. And if that's what you are becoming a business owner or an entrepreneur for, because you think it's copacetic all the time, baby, you're in the wrong business. No, this is not for you. If you are not prepared to be exhausted, stressed out, cry every doggone day, just all over the place, not knowing where to go left or right, like, oh my God, what am I going to do now? This is not for you. But see, I work well under pressure, so it don't bother me. I'll sit, be quiet, and I'll listen. God will tell me what my next move is every time. I know I was supposed to be teaching. My best friend told me that. She's a prophet. She said, Rashid, you need to be teaching, and you're running from it. And I knew that. I just didn't want to do it anymore because I felt like people weren't taking their business as serious as I was taking it. But I had to learn different ways to be able to teach. And this is my way. This is the way that I want to teach, through what I'm doing now, sharing it on YouTube. I genuinely love making content and sharing content on YouTube. So this is how I'm going to be teaching. I'm going to be teaching through my episodes. So I hope y'all enjoy episode 1. Y'all, I talk a lot. Okay, so when you come on here, I need you to get your pen and your paper ready and prepare to get your head talked off, because I love to talk. And the fact that I'm just sitting here talking to a camera and there's nobody else in this room just makes it even more weird and enjoyable, because I feel like this is my my therapy. This is literally my therapy, talking to this doggone camera. And I'm enjoying it. So y'all leave in the comments what's the next. I'm gonna let y'all decide what episode 2 gonna be about. Okay, so episode 2 will be recorded on probably Sunday or Monday. I'm recording on Monday while my kids are in school, and it'll be uploaded at Wednesday at 3:00. This may go up late. It'll be uploaded tomorrow, which is Thursday. But I thank y'all so much for watching. Go ahead, make sure you subscribe and leave comments. Talk to me, y'all. I love when people talk, because in my next video, I can always ask the question. And so if you have a question about business, I will definitely answer it in the next episode. We spilling tea. We spilling the tea right here all day, every day. Okay? Everything business. Everything business. This is Girl Talk. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all next Wednesday. Bye.